Welcome to the Wellness Studio. So my name is Noelle. I will be your instructor through each one of these videos, aiming to build strength, flexibility, and confidence in movement. So today we're going to do a quick full body burn to get you moving. Let's get going. We're going to start here with our arms. It's coming to a nice kneeling position. Shoulders roll back and down. Those knees about hip width apart. Pulling the abs in nice and tight, the back is nice and flat, squeezing the core. You're going to take the arms up nice and wide, thumbs are up, and I just want you to give me a nice, easy circle. Arm circles to warm up the shoulders, making sure that your chest is lifted, these abs are pulled in strong, and you just make tiny little circles. Just small movements to get the range of motion through the shoulders. So making sure that the back is flat and keeping those shoulders moving, squeezing the core, and pulling the arms back and down. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're going to take it backwards. And the same movement, just backwards. Rolling the shoulders back and down, neck is relaxed away from the ears, keeping that core engaged, nice and tight. Should already start to feel a burn, getting through those shoulders, maybe through the back. Squeezing that core, nice and strong. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Let's go down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the arms come up to a U. This is your break. Shoulders are still back and down. That core is still engaged, nice and tight. Now all you're going to do is a shoulder press up and down. Lift and drop. Squeeze it up, release it down. As you slide, those arms don't come down lower than that. They're coming right to that 90 and back up. Pressing strong. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, up, drop. Squeeze, release for 10, 9, keep breathing, 8, 7, 6, sliding those shoulder blades down for 4, last 3, take your time for 2, and last one, hold it down, close the hands. You're going to take it to a rotator cuff, so you're drop and lift, strong through the arms. You're only going down as far as you can until that shoulder starts to roll. So you're only going to come down as far as you can until you get that motion. So let's go down and up, down and up. Working those shoulders nice and strong. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, feeling that burn for 6, 5, 4, keep the core engaged, for 3, last 2, and 1. Arms come back to that U, no breaks here. Hands come together, palms together, elbows touch. Come a little angle here, pull that core in, keeping the elbows together. You're going to pulse up and drop, lift and drop. Working the biceps, the chest, the shoulders. Lift, drop, squeeze, release. Feel that burn, feel the arms, lift and drop for 10, 9, try to get as high as you can, 8, shoulders relaxed, 7, last 6, come on, for 5, 4, you've got 3, 2, last one, bring it up and swing the arms back. So you're in a tricep pull now. Shoulders roll back and down, you have a mini hinge in the hip, keep that core nice and tight, pulled in, arms are up, all you're going to do is lift and pulse. Tricep pulse here. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. I want the arm up as high as it can. That's when you start to pulse. Really get the extension on the back of the arm. Squeeze it up, flexing through. Squeeze the core. Lift, 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 lift. Feel that little burn. Keeping that core engaged. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Nice neutral spine. Squeeze and lift. Go for 10, 9, 8, feel those arms, 7, you've got 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, get the arms a little bit higher, 1, Now take the thumbs in, pulsing in, squeeze the thumbs together, working that back. Take it in, squeeze that core, keep the back engaged, keep the neck long. Try to get those thumbs in as tight as you can. Squeeze, 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 pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep it burning. Lift those arms a little higher and let it burn. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7. I know you're burning. For 6. Last 5, 4. You've got it. 3. Last 2. And squeeze and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Give the arms a shake out. And just like that, your arms are done. We're gonna move onwards now towards those glutes and those booty. We love a good booty work. So we're gonna come down into a 4-point kneeling position. Making sure that the hands are nice and wide, our shoulders roll back and down, core is engaged nice and tight. So making sure here that the back is flat. So we gotta make sure that pelvis is adjusted. You're just gonna rock the pelvis in and back, in and back. So it's different than a cat and cow where we round the back and pull the shoulders. Here we're just working the pelvis as we drop in and pull back, in and back. So nice and relaxed here, pulling that core in tight. Make sure that elbow, shoulder, and wrist all in one straight line. Weight is nice and shifted into the hands and the feet. Feet and knees hip width apart. All right, let's get the leg working, starting with whatever leg you prefer. Taking that leg back, extending long behind you. So checking your position here. You shouldn't be shifted to one side. I want you nice and tall. Lift the toe. You're gonna tap and lift. Tap and lift. So the goal here isn't about the height. It's not about how high you can lift that leg. It's just about how flat and stable you can keep that leg, keeping the back engaged, pulling the shoulders back and down, and keeping that pelvis nice and stable. Nice and strong. Tap the toe, lift and lower. Your arch in the back should be non-existent. Squeezing that core, lift and drop. You've got it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep the shoulder blades spread for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding the leg at the top, little pulse. Up, 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 up. Breathe and squeeze. Feeling the hamstring start to lengthen. Point the toe to keep the leg as long as possible. Shoulders back and down. Core still engaged. Drop, lift. Tiny movement here. Again, check that pelvis. Should be so stable you can put a glass on your back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Flex the foot. Heel comes to the glute. Release. In and back. In, back. Squeeze it back. Take it long. Heel comes in tight. The knee is staying stuck at that one position. So the only thing moving now is the heel to the glute. Out. In. Out. In. Keep the pelvis stable, nice and strong for 10, 9, 8, 7, last 6. You've got 5, 4, feeling the hamstring, feeling the last of that glute. For 3, 2, and hold. Foot is flexed. Heel in close to that glute. I want you to give me a pulse up and down, up, down, a little donkey kick. But instead of bringing it all the way down, it's a pulse. Kick, 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 kick. Feel the burn. Squeeze the shoulders. Core is tight. Let it burn for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Really feel it for 5, 4, 3, last 2. Come on. And 1. Slowly lower down, but let it hover. You're going to take it to a hip circle. So slowly bring the knee out and around. And I'll take it the other way. Knee comes out and around. Trying to keep that back nice and flat. Working that glute med over and around. Squeeze as you pull it back. Stable through the hips, stable through the back. Foot is flexed, keep the tension on the hamstring. Open up the leg, pull it in, and again, out and around, alternating directions each time. Over and out. You've got it for 10, 9, burning that leg, 8, 7, don't forget to breathe, for 6, 5, last 4, you've got it for 3, and 2, and last one, take it back. Releasing the arms, a little child's pose. Roll out the wrists, they might be a little bit tired, they might be a little weak. That's the best part, we have a whole other side. Let's get the other side going. So we're gonna do everything we just did, just on the other side now. So again, keeping the hands nice and strong, one long line, shoulder, elbow, wrist, keep it tight. You're gonna again pull that pelvis into the right position, so no curve in the back, squeeze it up, tighten the core, taking the other leg up and out, keep the back nice and flat, and all you're gonna do is tap and lift, really working the whole glute here, stabilizing through the other side, hamstring, glute max, glute min, getting strong as you lift and tap, nice and strong. Keep the shoulders rolled back and down again, long line, nice and tight, up and drop, lift and drop. Make sure that back isn't swaying, only thing moving is that leg. Let's go up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, you've got it for 6, pull the abs in for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, and hold. Again, pull that core in, adjust as you need, and little pulse up. Point that toe, elongate that leg, work in that eccentric position. Tight through the core, shoulders relaxed. Pulsing up and down, lift, 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 lift. Feeling that burn. You might find a little bit more burn in this side, just because it already did the stability work for the other side. Let's go, you got it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, feel that burn for 2, and hold. Foot is flexed, heel to glute, take it out, bring it in, take it out, in, out, and squeeze. Feel the hamstring, keep the stability through the legs, keep the shoulders relaxed. Abs are strong, in, out, keep that knee high, keep the back flat, out, in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, get ready for it, hold, little donkey kick, pulse up, pulse, that glute should be on fire, let's go, pulse it up, keep the back strong, back is flat, up, 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 for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep it strong for 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1, slowly bring it down again, hover as you take the knee out and around, and opposite direction, out and around. So if you need a little break on those wrists, give them a wrist. If you need a little bit less on those wrists, you can take it to a fist, or if that's still too much, take it down. You're still going out and around, out and around. If you are on your forearms, make sure those shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, keeping that back nice and flat. Tighten up through that core. If you're hanging out up here, keep it working, keep it moving. Out and around. Try to lift that knee up and out as much as you can to work the full leg and the full glute. Let's go out and around, nice and strong. For 10, 9, keep the core engaged. 8, 7, 6, equal weight. For 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Give it another press back. Let those hamstrings and glutes relax a little bit. They just did a lot of work. All right, again, you guys can grab a quick sip of water. And you're gonna meet me on your sides. The little inner thigh work and sideline series. So we're gonna be really working that inner thigh and stability through the core and shoulder. So when you guys are ready, come and meet me here on your sides. So you're gonna be lifted through that shoulder. If this is a little bit too much, you can always come down to your arm and relax here. But again, we're always staying lifted through the core, lifted through the side. So I want you to have a nice long line from head to your heel from your bottom leg. Your top leg has a couple options. Take it forward or you can take it behind. I like to take it behind because you're gonna roll up onto that glute. Inner thigh is pointed and long, toe is up. I like to have my hand here for a little extra stability. Again, we're not dumping to the shoulder, we're lifted. And that bottom leg doing the work. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So again, this is not about the height, it's about feeling it intensely just through that inner thigh. Lifting and lowering, nice and strong. Pulling up and pulling down. Just make it however you need. Again, you can do a tiny little movement, whatever works for you. Up and down. Again, having a little bit of weight onto that glute helps get that leg in a little bit better position, making sure that inner thigh is up to the sky. Externally rotate the leg and the knee is pointing this way, inner thigh is facing up. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the leg up. You're going to take it for a circle. Up and around, whatever direction you like. Trying to stay stable on that glute. Taking this motion slow. Really feeling here. Start to work the hip flexor, the inner thigh, the whole leg doing work out and around. For 5, 4, 3, 2, other direction, circle it out and around. Maybe one direction you can take it a little bit wider, or you can take it a little bit higher. I am not as stable through this way. That's fine. Let's go out and around. Let's finish strong for 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2 and 1. Slowly lower. Now let's take it to the other side. All the way up and over. And again, you have your options. You can stay lifted and strong here. If you are going to come down, you can still shift the weight backwards. Leg is up, point the toe, lift and lower. Lift and lower. I feel like I can get a little bit better range of motion here on the back. Come up and down. Up and down. Again, not relaxed, so not just passively moving through here. We're actively lifted as you lift and drop. Squeezing that core, holding on wherever's comfortable. Lifting and lowering the leg up and down. Keeping that core engaged, pull that belly button into your spine. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears, up and down. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, Last 5, 4, feel that burn for 3, 2, holding it up, little circles, whichever direction, taking them slow and controlled, feeling that burn through that inner thigh. Again, maybe working into that hip flexor a little bit, up and around, squeezing strong. Lift through that shoulder. I always remind you, when I always forget, out and around for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, swap the directions, out and around. Again, keeping that externally rotated leg, inner thigh up, knee facing out, out and around. Stay lifted through that core, tighten it up, pull the belly in. Let that shoulder, it might be getting fatigued. Hang on to it for 5. You got it for 4, 3, 2, and release. Meet me in a seated position. All right, so those hip flexors, we're getting a little bit of work. We're gonna work them just a little bit harder here. So, I want you to come to, again, seated position. Shoulders roll back and down, lift the pelvis straight back, pulling the core in tight. Legs are flat. You can take the hands behind you for a little extra support. Taking the leg, you're just gonna lift and lower. Other side, lift and lower. So again, feeling it here as you lift and drop. If you notice that your feet are pointed in as well, activate the legs to keep them straight and long and lifted. Point that toe, lift and lower. Feel that burn. Again, I don't want you just lifting easily, passively. Stay lifted and strong through that core. Then you lift up and drop. Belly button in. Coming up, dropping it down. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Feeling those legs starting to burn. Lifting and lowering. Again, if you want a little bit extra, sit up a little bit taller, bring the hands in front as you up and drop. Lift and lower. Shoulders back and down. Core is nice and tight. All the way up, all the way down. Up as high as you can. Keep that belly pulled in. Let's go for 10, 9, lift, 8, 7, pull that belly in. For 6, you've got it. 5, 4, 3, last 2, and hold. Little pulse. Lift, 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 lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower other side for 10, 9, 8, 7, pulse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. One last leg exercise. Really burning out the quads here. So you're gonna come to, again, back to our kneeling position. Again, pull that core in, squeeze it tight. Toes are flat. Shoulders roll back and down. Hands can come to the hips, across the chest, wherever is comfortable. All you're gonna do, lean it back as far as you can and rise back up. Lean it back, rise it up. Hands can come in front as well. Whatever works for you. Your goal here is not to let your hips come forward. Everything stays in a nice long line as you lower all the way back as far as you can. Use the quads to pull you back up. Release and pull all the way down, all the way up. Eventually one day, I'd like to get all the way back. There you go, you got 5 more. 5, lift, pull the abs in. 4, take it up. Let's finish strong for 3, lift. Last 2, abs engaged, shoulders back and down. And last one, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, lift. And take it down. Whew. Legs done, dusted, and we have made it to the last portion of the day. getting into our abs, finishing strong here. Grab your sit, and let's finish this here. So coming onto your back, roll all the way down. Nice and strong here again, just like how we were in our tabletop and our 4-point kneeling. I want to make sure that lower back is flat and strong. So pull that pelvis in, belly button to spine, keep it nice and tight. If you are going to have a gap, it's about the size of a blueberry underneath your back. If not, if you need a little extra support, glue that lower back down to the floor. Knees are hip width apart, shoulders are rolled back and down, feet are just a little bit far away from the glutes. You're going to inhale, take the right leg to your tabletop, knee in line with the hip, and then ankle in line with the knee. So you have two 90-degree positions here. So you're going to stay just like this, and you're going to take the left leg up, same position. So your legs are locked out and they are stuck in these two 90 degrees. So you have a 90 degree here, 90 degree here. They do not change. They are stuck like this forever. Taking the toe, you're just going to tap it to the floor and lift back up. Alternate the legs, lift and pull. So the heel doesn't come in closer when you lower. You're hinging from the hip, using the lower abs to lift and engage. Shoulders relaxed, tap the toe. Alternating the leg, lift, tap, keep breathing. Tap and lift, tap and lift. So this is a little much. You can drop the legs and just alternating lift through those legs, getting a feel for that 90-degree position. Again, you can always stay tapping the toes, but if you'd like a little bit more, extend the leg down and lift, drop and lift. Keeping that core lifted, pulling in through the belly button. Again, if you're still feeling like this isn't quite enough, you can take it up, shoulders lift, but still relax back and down. Gaze towards that belly, keeping it tight, out and in. Arms can be wherever you'd like. If you need support of the head, reach behind. Out, in, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding the legs at tabletop. So we're just going to keep progressing through these motions. Again, you're more than welcome to stay here with your regular toe taps. You can keep the legs down. Lifting and crossing, we're going into an oblique crunch. So again, staying with me here, rolling up, release it down, alternating as you cross and crunch. Outside of the elbow to the outside of the knee, keeping the elbows wide, not pulling on that head. So again, you can keep it static here, or if you'd like, tap the toes, keeping it relaxed. Lower back is still glued to that floor. If your legs are down, you're just crossing up and over. Finding what works for you today. And again, if you want to be the most advanced, extend and reach. Bring it in. Extend and reach. Squeeze. Release and pull. Over and in. Back is still glued. Elbows are still wide. Squeeze and reach. Oblique crunch. Keep that lower back glued down. Make sure that shoulder blade comes all the way up off the ground. Out and in. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Burn the abs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give the knees a quick little hug, a little breather in those abs before we move on. So again, making sure your base's support is strong, lower back glued down, legs in your tabletop position. Check here again, knees are 90. Keep the toes strong, keep the legs lifted. Again, try not to pull the knees back either, keep them locked and loaded. You're gonna take the arms up parallel with the shoulders, and we're gonna move to a dead bug. So again, you always have your options. You can tap, or you can extend, or whatever you're doing, the arm comes down when the opposite leg comes down. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, lift and lower. Take it out and take it slow. This is working the full core here. Pulling the abs in tight, out and in. Reach it long, squeeze it, pull. Again, if you start to feel like that back starts to pop up off the ground, maybe you regress to the toe taps. Nothing wrong with any regressions. You want to make sure you're doing everything as strong and safe as possible, keeping that core engaged as you tap and lift. Again, even if the toes are down, extend the leg long, pull it in. Reach it long, pull it in. Finding what works for you is best here. Let's go out and in for 10, 9, 8, I know your abs are on fire, 7, 6, last 5, you've got it, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in, give them another quick little hug. And again, we're just gonna make that just that much harder. So, hands come back to the hips. Give them a good squeeze to make sure those lower abs are engaged. Taking the legs back up to your tabletop. Again, your options you have here. Keep the legs down. You're gonna extend the right leg out, then the left leg out. And take it back in. Maybe you hover 1 and you bring it in. Nice and strong. If your knees are up, maybe it's just a single leg. Hold and pull. Taking the time to build the strength. But if you're there, heels together, knees together. Extend and push out. Pull it back in. Double leg extension here. Work the full legs, work the full core. So if you're still feeling good and you're feeling like you need a little bit more, drop the legs a little lower and pull it in. Take it out and squeeze it in. Finding what works. You can take them out at that angle. You can even take them straight up. Again, if you're down, give it a hover and hold. If your knees are up and you're doing singles, hold it a little bit longer, then pull it back in. Again, you can always just stick it straight up, take it out, or take it down low. Let's go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, you've got it for 6, last 5, 4, 3, last 2, I hope you're ready for it. Get in your comfort position. Take the arms up, arms extend back, legs extend out, and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees in, rock back and forth. And we're going to stretch a few things out here. So again, pull the right knee up and around your rib cage, pulling it up to your armpit. Give the ankles a few rolls. Breathe it out. And cross that right leg over. Nice twist here, trying to keep your shoulder blade down. Releasing through the lower back. Bring that leg up, give your knees a hug, extend the right leg long, left leg comes out and around, give it a good little squeeze up into the armpit if you can. And then cross it over the body, another nice twist here. Bring yourself to center, come into a nice little ball. Grab the knees and just rock back and forth on that spine. Give it a feel. And rock yourself all the way up, sitting up nice and tall. Take the legs long and give yourself a nice hamstring stretch. Rolling over and relaxing. Stretching out however you need here. You can take the arms long, you can reach for the toes. Maybe you bend the knees and pull your chest to your thighs to stretch that lower and upper back. And just finding a nice release. Whatever stretches feel good for you today. Maybe take a little seated spine twist. Take the other side. Meet me in a child's pose. Relaxing the arms and knees wide. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Whenever you want, or if you want, meet me in a down dog, pressing the heels to the floor. Maybe take a few pedals. Slowly walking your hands up to your feet. Give a nice little hang, let the head relax, let the whole body just hang. Tension roll off your neck and your head. And one vertebrae at a time, rolling the body up slow. Head comes up last. Give the shoulders a good roll forward and backwards. And just like that, your full body Pilates workout is done for the day. Thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your day.